What happened was, and Jorge did that night, obviously is not, it's pretty frowned upon. I don't think that you just kind of do what he did and run up on somebody and do what he did. I mean, I guess that Colby talked about his kids and that really set him off, but I think there's a better way to handle it. But what happened that night is we're out to dinner. We're having a great time. Me and Colby were making a joke at the dinner about how we're going to go to Swan after this, and I'm going to pretend I'm a UFC fighter. And
you were going to pretend?
Yeah, me and Colby were going to have it because we did it the night before, and I was my nickname was the Lizard. So I'm like, all right, you ready to bounce? And so we get up and we walk out. And the thing that pissed me off too is we had Chris with us, and I was just, because there was actually just a state of emergency for like the shooting going on in South Beach.
Who's Chris?
Chris is the security guard.
Okay.
For Kyle.
Right. That's right.
And so I was like Chris is here. Like we should be good. Like we have guys that watch after us and whatnot when we go anywhere. And so whatever, we walk outside, we go out the door. There's a bunch of fans out there for Kyle and Nelk and all them.
Of course.
And
so this happens outside.
Right when we get outside, there is, and I haven't given a statement or anything like that. Which is basically what it is right now. But at the same time, we walk outside, and Kyle and them are doing their thing, and then Colby had his own car there, and the car was parked across the street at Poppy Steak, Krupman's place. And so Kyle and the boys go in this car, and Colby and I'm like, I'll just roll with you. You want to roll with me? So before you know it, we take like 4 steps this way.
To get into an SUV?
No, to get into his car that was across the street.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it was just like, like so quick. I'm looking there.
How many people? Was it just Masvidal?
There was, I think there was 2. Yeah, I think there was 2 guys.
Okay.
There was 2 guys.
Masvidal being one of them, or 2 and 3.
I don't know anything really about the other person. Like I just know that Masvidal just kind of ran up on him.
Yeah.
Just kind of unexpectedly.
Oh, he went straight to it.
He just kind of ran up on. I had front row seats, and I didn't know what to do, but it was a brief moment. It was like, from what I remember, because I also was like 8 spicy margaritas in because I wanted to enjoy my night. What I remember was I just saw like got a couple. It was like real quick. Colby snuck out of it.
Amazing that what stood out right away was how he didn't even go down.
And I kind of stepped up, 7 margaritas deep,
to Masvidal?
To Masvidal. Basically, like I was like, bro. I was like,
what are you doing?
I was like, kind of like looked at me, and I'm just like, all right,
yeah,
no,
like I'm not a fucking.
No, I'm good, bro. This isn't my game. This is how it goes with me.
Yeah.
And then I believe that they kind of just did.
So he was really mad.
It's like I didn't expect, if it was at this level and I knew that the fight game was this serious, I would have not posted location. And I've learned from that. I'm not going to do that going forward, especially with these fighters. Like
Do you think that's how they found you guys, is through the story?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, like, everybody's, like I said, we post everywhere we go.
Yeah, I know.
Like, right at the same current time.
I know.
And Colby reposted us too that night.
Yeah.
2 seconds later. So like Colby's story was showing, like people knew we were at Poppy Steak.
Yeah, cool.
Plain and simple. So if I could take it back, absolutely. Emotions run high sometimes, and it sucks that you have to be. I just got off the phone with Colby 15 minutes ago, and I, try to just. I just wish it didn't have to go through the legal system, because he's facing serious charges, and it's just.
Masvidal is.
Yeah, I mean he's facing felony assault, and you're a professional fighter. At some point, you got to realize like
you got to draw a line.
You got to draw a line.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So that was basically it. It sucked, and it was just not. It ruined the night. Jorge's done some stuff in the past. He's got to check himself, and hopefully it's a lesson he learns. But hopefully he doesn't learn it in too hard of a way. It's fucking time. So you just hope it doesn't happen again. But at the end of the day, for people to say, I read Twitter like, oh, the Nelk boys set him up or whatever set it up.
I saw it.
Let me tell you what, Kyle and all them, they do a lot of pranks and whatnot. When I'm involved, reputation is too important to me, and I never want to be tied to that. And that's why I was so mad that night.
Yeah. I get it, how it could be misconstrued or seen like, oh, because the pranking stuff and all that stuff, maybe they set it up and then you're there. Now you're the guy that they're focusing on because you were closest in that like visual that they're seeing on TMZ, so they're pinning it on you. But I don't see you, and I've never seen you to be that kind of guy who's like just like maliciously trying to make something a problem.
No, I don't care enough. I don't want the money. Really doesn't motivate me. I don't have a YouTube channel where I need to make clickbait. I have my little game that I play in. Lucky enough to partner up with the Nelk Boys and the Full Send podcast, It was a smart play for I think both of us, and I'm not really about the attention. I get too much anxiety.